I'm joined for her DR Sports debut with Liv on my right.
Hello.
Hey Liv, how are you?
Good, thanks. Yourself?
I'm good. I'm surprised to see you smiling after yesterday.
Oh, here we go. I knew I was going to get it in the neck today.
We've got to bring it up. We've got to bring it up because it was Man City had won, 3 points clear of you, but it was, it was the time for you to go to Brentford, re-establish that 6-point gap, and you didn't.
Do you know what? It was always going to be a tough game. We didn't lose. I know I hold the team at higher standards than just drawing, obviously, but it's not the end of the world. Do you know what I mean? There's still quite a few games left, and I just don't think anybody should be freaking out. We're still top of the table. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We're 4 points clear. That's not a lot, but
like you say, there's still a lot to go, but then equally I can go, there's still a long way to go. Like you can use the argument for both sides, can't you? In the way that, like, Man City have 10 games to get 4 points, or get 5 points basically over you, and then you've also got 10 games to get even further away from them and try and win that league title. Has it changed much for you in how you think? I don't know what your feelings and thoughts were towards like the probability of Arsenal getting the title. So let's say yesterday I had Laurie on, and Laurie was talking about he was 97% confident. He said, actually, you know what he said? And no, so you, Laurie, I hope you're watching actually, because yesterday this man came on weekend preview. I was sat here, he was sat there, and he looked at me and he looked at all of us, and we were like, Laurie, what's your predictions? And he went, I think the Premier League champions are going to win 2-0. And we all went, Laurie,
oh, you can't be
Laurie, you can't pull the trigger that early. Look, I like Laurie. Great guy, great bloke, but and then all of us, because he went first, all of us then predicted Arsenal not to win, just because he had said that. We were like, you jinxed it now. I think Matisse said 2-1 Brentford.
Laurie.
I said 2-2. I think Abby said 2-1, and I think AGT, to his credit, I believe said 1-1 actually. But it was a game that, like, I think that game should have been 3-3. The way that it actually panned out.
Well, I don't think we had anywhere near as many chances as them.
But you had some good chances.
We did. Martinelli.
Yeah. Well, Timber as well.
Yeah.
Running through in the last minute.
I think, do you know what it is with us? We just seem so scared to, like, make a mistake. You
That was terrible.
Oh gosh, you didn't see what I just saw.
We're not going to talk about what I just tried to do.
Yeah, we're so pragmatic. We're just scared to make a mistake, and we need to take risks. We need to be shooting from outside the box. But we've got a couple of players that sometimes, try it and they're brave. But I'd say maybe Declan Rice. But even him yesterday, there was a chance for him, and I feel like he should have let it off, and he didn't. He squared it, and I just think if we want to win this title, we have to. Arteta has
Those
to
are the kind of games that you want to win.
Yeah,
they really are. Because I know, like, so the AFTV writers chat, which I'm in for some reason, was really popping off yesterday. A lot of them were saying that they were like, especially Ella was saying a lot. She was saying that, admittedly, that was one of the harder games that Arsenal had left for the rest of the season. Brentford at home, especially the way that, or like Keith Andrews, the way he was chatting before the game, being like, whatever you do on corners, we're going to do back to you. And they did. They had David Raya, like, basically in a headlock every single time so those times they had a corner. I think Brentford fully deserved that point at least. And I think there is a certain amount of luck that Arsenal were lucky that Igor Thiago... Igor Thiago at Brentford is like how Mbeumo was last season. And Mbeumo was the greatest 3 p.m. kickoff player of all time, I'm pretty sure. Whenever I watched him play for Brentford, he never scored unless it was against us.
Yeah.
But then whenever I watched Igor Thiago, I don't think I've seen him score this season.
Yeah.
But when I've actually watched him play on telly.
Yeah.
But then he's got 17. But I think, like, there was especially, like, there was a chance, well, it was the Mascara chance where he got past Mascara.
Oh,
and to Mascara's credit,
amazing.
Wow.
Risky, but so
what a challenge
good.
that was.
Unreal. We are so lucky that we had him on that pitch that day. I don't know who else would have been brave enough to close him down like that.
Yeah. Well, especially he's making up for it as well, wasn't it? Because Igor Thiago got past him.
Yeah.
Really
exactly.
got, really, like it was nothing as well.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't know how Brentford keep doing it. It's like they sold, Wissa and Mbeumo, right?
And also their captain in Norgard to you.
And you're thinking,
and then they got rid of their manager then left.
Yeah, and then you're thinking, it's going to be an absolute shit show, surely.
Yeah.
Then they've managed to find this Thiago guy. Like, well, what's going on? I mean, you've got to give credit to them.
Yeah.
They've been amazing, and it's the top teams they're taking points from as well.
Well, they are. Oh, on Prem table now. They're 2 points off Liverpool. I think they're 6th or 7th.
Yeah.
Let me get this Prem table up quickly, which I probably should have up, being the host of the show. Yeah, they're 7th, 2 points off Liverpool in 6th. Like, they really aren't that far from European places. I don't know if they will be. Actually, that all depends on the.
How many places?
Yeah, how many places there is. I'm pretty confident that in the Prem we're going to get 5. Because like the Premier League, like you're doing, like you guys in Europe are doing us a fantastic favour here. By the way,
that is true.
Like I am desperate for English teams to get as far as they can and then watch them lose right at the end. But, you know, I want them coefficients points. So if anyone can keep going on, get United that 5th place. It will be grand. It will be amazing. But then that will then push 6 European spots overall, Conference League and Europa League.
Yeah.
Do Brentford have an outside shout? Because the top 6 currently, Arsenal, City, Villa, United, Chelsea, Liverpool. Spurs are so far. We'll touch on Spurs in a minute and their new manager. But they're so long gone.
Yeah.
Brentford seem the best of the rest out of that pack.
Completely
but is there
agree.
any way they can get and break in and kind of get over one of those?
Of course. Absolutely.
You
I
reckon?
think. Yeah, absolutely. It's the top teams they've been beaten or drawing to anyway. They definitely have it in them. And they've been consistent the whole season. I think they've definitely got it in them, and I'd love to see that. I think that's a great advert for football. For the Prem.
It's Keith Andrews, isn't it? Like I every time we talk about Keith Andrews, I hold my hands up because I could not have given this man less credit when the season started.
Really?
I think I was sat in that chair right there, and I was basically we were like, you know, who's going to go down this season? I was like, well, Brentford are.
A lot of people said that though. You're not alone in that.
Yeah, no, yeah. I think it's the whole football world's been proved wrong. Apparently, so I don't know if you've ever met Kim, the Man City fan. He comes on here sometimes, but he interviewed Keith Andrews recently, and he was like, just as a guy, the way he speaks, the way like he walks into, he's one of those people that he walks into a room and apparently everyone just goes like quiet and silent. He's very commanding, but then he comes across so just like, I feel like he suits a club like Brentford so much, and it's just huge credit to them. But I've also got another question for you, and I want you to be as unbiased as you possibly can.
I'll try.
Should Gabriel have been on the pitch at the end of the game? With that second yellow that he didn't get. Because it's a couple of the comments have mentioned it here, saying that Arsenal should have been down to 10 towards the end.
To be honest with you, if he hadn't been on a yellow already, he would have got a yellow. That is what I believe. So me saying that means, yes, he should have got a second yellow. And I thought that was it.
But it would have been like, do you see more of it? Because I thought it was as well. Because I'm sat there with Gabriel's my captain in FPL, and my hands in my heart at the moment. Yeah, I think everyone does. But then there's this one guy, a guy who's top of my league with my mates, has him triple captain. So to be fair, I was actually watching it. It was a double game week. Everyone's got him captain in my league, but then one guy's got him triple captain. So to be fair, I was actually kind of hate watching Gabriel going, I'll take the minus because everyone else has got it anyway, and then he takes the -3.
My excuse for being late, but as for my team, see, I'm saying this. There's 2 things that are happening right now. Is the results that, say, for example, a game like yesterday, in previous seasons, we may have lost that game and we're turning around and going, oh, well, at least we didn't lose it. But you can't keep saying, oh, well, at least we didn't lose it, because eventually it will mount up. If you're looking at a position where we were close to being, we could have potentially been 12 points ahead, and then the gap shortened, and then the gap shortened, and then the gap shortened, and you can't keep saying we're taking a draw and we're not losing because we're still getting a point out of it. But there's only so long that can go on for. Yeah. The problem, obviously, is in our attack, because after last week, I thought, oh yeah, we're back, we're scoring goals. Yesterday, I didn't see anything. I didn't see people. Eze, criminal. I don't understand whether this is
what's
because
going on with Eze?
I don't understand if this is because Mikel Arteta is playing it, because Mikel Arteta micromanages. So I don't know if it's a case where he's saying, you play in this position and do the things I'm telling you to do, and then he's not doing them. Or he can't do them, and he's just there because he's there. And then you go on to Odegaard, who takes the place for him, which, although he was poor and he's our captain and he's meant to do better, he's off. I'm seeing him offering more than what Eze is doing. In that first, or I'll say up until Brentford's goal, that's the best we played in that game. From the second half, from the kick-off, I was like, oof, this first 2 minutes is better than that whole first half.
Yeah.
And that's because Odegaard brought that. Eze, you're not bringing anything. I'm like, the frustration is real. And now, because all of our attacking players, I'm seeing Gyökeres. Oh my gosh! Yesterday he pissed me off. That was the first time I got pissed off with Gyökeres, because the amount of times.
Wait, that was the first time.
No.
I've seen him put in some.
I thought he was pretty good yesterday.
No. Pretty good, but the amount of times you're the last man. You're holding up the line. Yeah, the ball's coming to you, and it's bouncing off you like a trampoline, fam. The amount of attacks that we could have made if he just laid the ball onto whoever and then he re-received the ball or went onto a run or a counter attack. I'm seeing it. No. I'm seeing it bounce. I'm seeing him do these passes. I'm like, my man. There was one ball where I think Brentford had a corner. We've started the break. The ball's come to him, and he's straight. I think he was passing it back to Odegaard or Rice. I can't remember. The ball went that way, bro. And I went... This is what... And the thing is, yeah, because my frustrations go like this. And Laurie will remember this, yeah. Because I was a Aubameyang out, yeah. There comes a time where you get to like a halfway point where... And I'm getting here with Odegaard as well. That... your good stuff that you done in the first half of your thing, you're starting to match that with bad stuff. And then if you keep carrying on being bad, you've done more bad than you have good. Yeah, so that's where my thing starts to turn. And if you keep getting given the opportunities to redeem yourself and you don't take those opportunities, then why should I still back you? Do you see what I'm saying? And I am... Odegaard, I've been fighting for him because that season, 2 seasons ago, that 23 season...
Oh, it was quality.
He was elite. And when you see a player perform at a certain level, yeah, whether it's like there's many players that get there and they'll have one season, you go, can you do it again? Yeah. But leading up to that point, that was like the peak. He was progressively getting better. From his loan spell, then we bought him, then he was going, and you go, okay, if you stay at this level, you're new. Yeah. Injuries, whatever. Now this guy, you touch him and he's down. Yeah. Him and Havertz, I don't know what, they got the same doctor or something.
Yeah,
well, they do have the same doctor.
They do. The Arsenal doctor, bro. They all have the same doctor, and shockingly, you have about 55 billion injuries a season.
Bruv, it's like we got Dr. Nick thing. Hi, everybody. Hi, Dr. Nick.
It's a critique I've had of Arteta a lot in the last like 4 or 5 years. It's every single season you get about at least 6 or 7 2-3 month injuries through players, and it's not like freak injuries; they're muscle injuries. That like I don't know what it is. Arteta, maybe he overworks himself, because I saw it on Eric Ten Hag. We had Eric Ten Hag, and he was like after he lost to Brentford, he made them run like 19k.
50 miles.
Yeah, he made them all like run 19k each, and then shockingly 3 weeks later, 3 of them pull up with hamstring injuries and calf injuries, and I'm like, yeah, if you make him run an extra 20k every single day in training, it's gonna happen. If you've got 2 dead games a week, there are a couple of super chats actually. People are asking as well, who's on the panel. So we got Josh, and then myself, Dylan, and